Hi there, this is David, and welcome to New RPG News. This week, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, as usual, from some X-3 news, to some new game announcements, to some really cool collector's editions, and then some kind of, news of the weird, pertaining to Forspoken, as well as Final Fantasy X-3. Yeah, I know. So let's go ahead and get started with X-3 Nordics. We have some new details about Adol and Karja Varta, say that 3 times fast, and their cross-action battle system. So this is the 10th game in the series, and it takes place right after X-1 and 2, but before X-4, whenever he goes over to Salsetta. Apparently he is going up to the North region, Scandinavian region, Nordics up there. So we have pictures here of Adol, who doesn't look like a warrior. He looks like a little school kid prancing off, you know, with a little backpack on. Like, he does not look very warrior to me, but whatever. He's only 17. He looked more like a warrior back in 1989, but whatever. Anyway, here we have Adol, and it says that, according to one of the adventure journals discovered by his childhood home, the Northerners lost paradise. He stopped off at Obelia Bay with Dogi, a former thief. Unfortunately, Dogi isn't his partner. We get this girl who says, "I'm Norman. Depending on the situation, next time I will kill you." So she sounds like a total bitch. She uses a axe and a shield. I guess she's like a shield maiden. And we have wonderful butt shots right here because, you know, you gotta have your butt shots. But then it goes into the cross-action mode. I'm sorry. So basically, there's solo mode and combination mode. Solo mode, you control one of the characters. The other character will end up being AI controlled, and it is built for speed and evasion and combo attacks and things like that. However, then there is the other mode where you control both of them at the same time, the combination mode, which is for power, offense, and defense. Because you control both of them at the same time and they're both attacking at the same time in this mode, you can deal more damage, but you sacrifice speed for doing so. But you also get a guard button, so you have to, you know, guard and counterattack and things like that in that mode. So it just goes through the combat, gives you some more screenshots, you know, more booty shots right there. That's wonderful. You get a look at, you know, the northern land of Ys. So, pretty neat, pretty cool. Ys is one of my favorite series of all time, so I am definitely looking forward to this one coming out for the PS5, PS4, and Switch this year in Japan, probably next year for us, I would imagine. At the last Nintendo Direct, we heard about Level 5 coming back west, and they announced a couple of games. One of them that really excited me was Fantasy Life, The Girl Who Steals Time. We have a new trailer for it with some showing above me, and it's due out this year worldwide. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I played the original Fantasy Life back on the 3DS, and it was wonderful. One of the best games on the system. So I am really looking forward to this one. There's a couple of details here. I'm going to read through the little synopsis, because I think it's kind of funny. It says, a beautiful island located in the seas of Riveria. An island with a mystery that no one's been able to solve. A mysterious dragon that soars high in the skies above, and a girl that controls time. What surprises might be waiting for you? There's only one way to find out on Mysteria Island. So, Mysteria Island has a mystery with a mysterious dragon and a mysterious girl. Ha! Could they drive that point home anymore? Who knows? Anyway, so you can create your own unique avatar, and you can take on different jobs. It has 3 that we can look at. The Paladin, he's used for battling. The Woodcutter, used for gathering. And the Cook, used to create. You can also shape your own island, create your own town, using housing, town planning, and island restoration. It's coming out for the Nintendo Switch, no other systems at this time. Wargroove 2 has been announced for the Nintendo Switch, as well as the PC. This is a strategy, turn-based strategy game by Chucklefish, who I'm sure you've heard of. They are famous for Stardew Valley, as well as Eastward, among others. We don't have a release date yet. I'm going to read you the about from their Steam page. It says, Wargroove is back. embark on an all-new adventure filled with unlikely friendships, unknown adversaries, and ugly revenge plots. Wage war against your foes with a cast of new commanders and utilize their new tiered groove ability system to sway the fight in your favor. Designs share maps, cutscenes, and campaigns with easy-to-use editors and in-depth combination or customization tools. I think that's pretty cool. And looking at these screenshots, like, it reminds me a lot of Advance Wars 1 and 2, how you can create your map, how it's turn-based, but it also looks like it's very like a tropical island, Caribbean type feel. Going through some screenshots right here. I think that this looks pretty neat, pretty cool. I'm gonna level with y'all. I never played the first Wargroove title, but this looks pretty sweet. And I might have to go back and download the first Wargroove to really see what this is all about. Looks like you're controlling pirates, you know, little pirate tactical game and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they have skull necklaces and a little skull in his beard and all of that. So that's pretty sweet. Looking forward to this one. The Front Mission 2 remake is going to be launching on June 12th. This is originally an SNES game. It's coming out now with updated visuals, new features, and new enhancements. The first Front Mission remake came out last year. It's a tactical turn-based game where you fight in robots called Vonzers, and it's pretty cool. I played the first game and I reviewed it. I would say if you are a super fan of strategy RPGs and you can't get enough of them, then play it. If you're just kind of on the fence with strategy RPGs, you can skip it. But actually a demo of the first Front Mission game has now come out on the Switch to kind of showcase that game in anticipation for this remake. It's coming out on June 12th, and it's going to be $35. I believe it's digital only. This article doesn't say anything about a physical edition, unfortunately. It says Front Mission 2 Remake preserves the mature story, strategic turn-based combat, and Vonzer customization options of the original. Enjoy the revitalized classic with updated visuals and new features and enhancements. This takes place 12 years after the events of the first game. So yeah, it's kind of like a direct sequel right there. We have some key features: improved loading speed, support for many new languages, a new free camera option to zoom in during gameplay and check out Vonzers in detail, new coloring and camouflage options, modern in-game effects, and a renewed soundtrack. Rune Factory 3 Special launches September 5th in the West for the Switch and the PC. Here's my original copy back on the Nintendo DS, back whenever games actually came with, you know, instruction manuals. God forbid. I don't even think that this thing's going to be available physically, at least in North America. It is getting a pretty nice limited edition over in Europe, though. It details that right here. It says it's going to come out for the Switch and PC on Steam September 5th in North America and Europe. But then it just says in Europe, the game will be available in a standard edition for $40 and a limited edition for $60. The limited edition includes a 140-page A5 notebook, character stickers, mica-themed pin badges, a woven patch, and an A3 poster, plus access to in-game swimsuit mode, allowing for characters to appear in their swimsuits year-round. Housed in a custom outer box featuring an original Rune Factory 3 special illustration inspired by the game's anime opening. So that's what Europe's getting. I know. But then you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and what does it say about North America? Details on retail and digital availability for North America will be announced at a later date. So are we getting this? I don't know. Why Europe gets all this great stuff and we don't is beyond me. Like that Hoodle edition that they got for Tales of Arise that we never got. That Hoodle edition was amazing. Anyway, it talks about the key features of the game right here. It says talking about restore balance between the two worlds, step into the shoes of Micah, a young man with amnesia, and the mysterious ability to transform into a woolly as he searches for a way for humans and monsters to coexist. This is actually one of my favorite Rune Factory games. It's really very well done, and I hope that we do get that that limited edition for this game. Speaking of limited editions, I want to talk about some. Starting with Nayuta Boundless Trails, aka Nayuta Endless Trails. That's what it was known as back whenever I Let's played the game 4-something years ago, whenever it was first translated for the PSP. This game follows Toa's grandfather, Nayuta Herschel, and it's actually an action RPG in the Legend of Heroes series, and it is so much fun! This is one of the most fun I've ever had with the Trails series. If you think that this is just going to be standing around, talking, chatting, character development, yeah, there's some of that, but it is 99% action, kicking ass and taking names. There are some limited editions over here on the Nice America page. It's going to be released for the Switch as well as the PS4, and let's just look and see what you get for your $90 right here. This is everything that's in there. Looks like it says Starfall Symphony, so that must be the soundtrack right there. It says, oh, there's actually a list. It says, yeah, it's a 2-disc original soundtrack. The Endless Horizons hardcover art book. That must be that right there. Then there's the Nayuta and Noi acrylic figurines. There it is right there. Let me see if I can't get close-ups on there's the Starfall Symphonies. Oh, that's a bookmark. That's sweet. Okay, there's the little acrylic stands. There's Noi, the little fairy, and Nayuta right there. It talks about the bookmark. This is Krea's Cradle bookmark. That's sweet. I like that. That's really nice. There's that. There's the hardcover art book. And then this is the little box that it comes in right there, and also as well as the lenticular sleeve. So that's a pretty nice collector's edition. Considering this is probably going to cost about $50 anyway, you might as well splurge and get something really nice right here. This is coming out this fall. And another collector's edition. This is for Tunic. This is coming out for the Nintendo Switch and PS4, and it's only $45. And you get a lot of stuff. This is over on fangaymer.com. By the way, I get no kickbacks whatsoever from any of the stuff that I'm bringing up. I'm just bringing it up because I think it's neat. So this is Zelda inspired, as you can see from, the instruction manual and the maps and the stickers and everything. And let's just go through, and I'm going to show you each little thing that you get. You get all this for $45. A 54-page instruction manual that looks just like the original Legend of Zelda instruction manual, like literally just like it. For those of you who were around back when in the 80s, like I was, you will know. There's an overworld map. Like, this is so cool. Controls and concepts booklet. That's neat. A sticker sheet. How cute is that? A digital soundtrack code as well. So a lot of stuff for only $45. Why some companies want you to spend $200, $300 on their limited editions, and other companies can bring them out for $45 is a mystery for the ages, but hey, thought that I'd bring it up. Unfortunately, the studio that produced Forspoken has shut down and is going to be redistributed into Square Enix as a whole. However, before that happened, they were actually planning on creating a sequel to the game. So that's pretty neat. I know a lot of people didn't, but I'm just going to come out and say it. If you watch my review, you know I enjoyed Forspoken. Sorry about it. Hate to break it to you, but I actually enjoyed the game. So there you go. It says that the team's going to be redistributed throughout Square Enix starting on May 1st, and it's also likely to mark the end of the Luminous engine as a technology. Then it said that the Luminous Productions had designs and was in the preliminary stages of work on some other games, including outlines of a Forspoken sequel. But because of this shutdown, it seems like very unlikely that anything is going to be happening. So in the meantime, the team is going to be working on previously announced patches to address overall game performances, as well as DLC that is scheduled to come out called In Tanta We Trust. That's going to be coming out this summer. So, yeah, I don't know what the Luminous team's going to be doing right now, but for those of you who are hating on Forspoken, I guess you got your wish. The team has shut down. And now for our last story of the day. Final Fantasy X-3 has a plot, and it could become a game after the Final Fantasy VII Remake is finished. We already got the first part of the remake. The second part of the remake is going to be coming out this winter. And then we just have the third part of the remake. So maybe the next big thing is going to be Final Fantasy X-3. And if you return to Final Fantasy X, you know what else you have to return to? Turn-based combat, people. That's what you have to return to. So it says here that there was an interview. Let me find it. It says the comments were made in an interview between Naruma, the Final Fantasy X director Toriyama, and Japanese gaming magazine Famitsu. Naruma stated that if we're to make 10-3, we somehow have a synopsis written already, and that it's sleeping right now, but the plot itself does exist. He expressed interest in returning to the world of Spira, but he outlined the challenges that could impede the progress of any development on a sequel. And he stated that the probability is not 0, but that we are not in a phase where we can talk about it unless we've already finished producing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So this is pretty exciting news. You know, I, for one, would be happy to return to Spira. I first played Final Fantasy X back in college. It was the game that I bought the PS2 for. Wherever Square went, I followed. So yeah, this is pretty neat, pretty cool. Hopefully they don't veer off into weirdo minigames and stuff like they did in 10-2. Hopefully it's a much more linear story than that. Although, if they could take the story of 10, combine that with the job class system of 10-2, then I think that they'll have something special on their hands right here. So, let me know what you're most excited about in the news this week. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like for me to cover, and I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, have a good day.